saw my teacher, I was the same student fella. Now I got a lawyer, straight cash, no settlement. I'm out my element, out my element. My the same, don't need no clout, no fame. No clout, no clout. Bought the game, all brand new chain. I swerve the lane, call the group the gang. Whip that thing, whip it. This shit give me, ooh, yeah. Them boys fool you trying to do it, bring the I do. Don't want no, they pull up with they out. It's times three, this how it go. Park $1 million at the we gon' make 'em eat that until we go. Eat it up. Rich straight to the top floor. More PJs and PJs. Rich like water, go to Cabo. Flash. Cash in the walls, hollow. Cash. Your money too small, micro. Hunch up on the call, gotta. Superstars out. Hey. Brand new cars. We by the bar now. Swaying doors now. Now smash. Chats and goals. Tax. Rock the shows. Big bang rolls. Cash. Now she go. Go for the team. Now she don't ski. Splash. Think about post now on the ground, man. Delete her. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers. Think about post now on the ground, man. Delete her. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers.
Ice the game. Had to ice the game. So much ice. Too much. Had to ice the lane. Freeze the dust. Freeze. Had to freeze the lane. Freeze. Camera phone. Turn your lights off. We been on. Came from my block and growed up. Guess I'm homegrown. Well known. That is my cologne. I put my wrist inside the freezer, came out froze. Ice. I put my heart inside, cause I was chose. I put my heart inside and only God knows. Yeah, the clinics for that baby wipe this nose. I wipe this nose. What's a lick with till they explode?
Superstars out. Hey. Brand new cars. We by the bar now. Swaying doors now. Now smash. Chats and goals. Tax. Rock the shows. Big bang rolls. Cash. Now she go. For the team. Now she don't ski. Splash. Think about post now on the ground, man. Delete her. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers. Think about post now on the ground, man. Delete her. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers.
All set. Race with the stars out. Not a boarded house. Hey. Get deported out. Moved out for a shot. Marvin the Martian. I'ma put your brain up for auction. Proceed with caution. Skeleton AP is frosted. I sit back and read the offense. Was it did it the faucets? Chanel bag is ostrich. Stay down, come up in the process. Hey. Private jet, yeah. The same diamond milk, yeah. I'ma get the on welfare. The pink stone real. Bling bling blow, yeah. Mama got style, yeah. Chanel reptile player. Hey. On Mars, gotta get the grace of the God. 3 rock stars, nobody seeing the gang on guard.
Superstars out. Brand new cars. We by the bar now. Swaying doors now. Now smash. Chats and goals. Tax. Rock the shows. Big bang rolls. Cash. Now she go. For the team. Now she don't ski. Splash. Think about post now on the ground, man. Delete her. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers. Think about post now on the ground, man. Delete her. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Arizona Cardinals. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are going to take a first quarter lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now it's Rosen. He sets to fire deep. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball out of the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Here we go. Hut, like 20.
They'll try the air now with Goff. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. A first carry for Elijah McGuire. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. Down to the 25. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Now gone. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And Zerline's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's Rosen. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
I'm not sure he falls under the category of mobile quarterback, but he's athletic enough that if you don't keep your rush lanes intact, he finds a way to hurt you.
As coaches like to say, I wouldn't call him a burner, but enough there in the tank. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Aaron Donald's secret, if there is one, to his play, his ability to contort his body in such a way that you can't get a good, clean block on it. He slides through holes and slides past blockers and makes plays just as we saw there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And able to find Kirk complete. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. After the interception, here's Goff. It got his man complete. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
To throw on second down is gone.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Third and long. It's gone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, the fans should be applauding this defense right now. It's an excellent job. They force a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Taken right around the 44. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now Rosen to throw on second down. Man open left side, it's Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On second down, Rosen. That's complete right around the 8. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll run it with Johnson. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. And his kick is right through. Bailey now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On first down, Goff. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to the air. Goff on second down. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Marcus Golden in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And they still need 6 yards here on 3rd down after the penalty. A shotgun snap for Goff. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They go play action here on first down. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Goff hitting Woods for a Rams first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now Goff on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. The 40. He's at the 30. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped. He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down near the 5. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. As the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Goff. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. On first down, it's Goff. He'll rifle this one deep right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Goff. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st and 10, Goff. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. Open man right side is Kupp, complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Rams on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Switch. 14.
From the gun, here's Goff. They got a man. It's Woods. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Goff. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams add on to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Al, you won. Al, look up.
Another carry now for Gurley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Like 20. Hey, 76. 76.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. Back to throw, Goff. And his pass incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. 2nd and 10. 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 The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check three. Let's go, D.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And at the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Johnson. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Rosen. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Again, they run with Gurley. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. They get 9 there, and in the process, escaping their end zone, picking up a 1st down. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They'll try the air now with Goff. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and it's 3rd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, letting them down on that play, maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11. Now a handoff for Gurley. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now, standing just outside his own goal line. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Pulled in at the 24. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Try to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. Dumps it off to Gurley. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. Goff now looking to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And taken right on the 30. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
2nd and 10. It's Rosen again. Caught caught left side, Williams. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. Rosen will throw. Flushed out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big 30-yard play on third. Throwing again, it's Rosen. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They want to go to the air again with Rosen. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Tighten up. Pull together.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal?
Hey! 4 down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Bailey now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Goff now on second down. Powering his way forward. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Tackle made by Marcus Golden. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. The Rams on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun. Goff. Steps away to his left. Going up top for Kupp. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Rosen on 1st down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 2nd down, Rosen. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. In for the score. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. So they fought half the battle here, but they're still down.
Plenty of work still left for them, but they delivered in the first step in their comeback attempt.
Bailey now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Starting left here.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That goes for a gain of 31. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.
So for Los Angeles, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, it's a disappointing way to lose your first game as they drop to 10-1 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
When you're 30,000 feet up, what you think of? Oh, I hated knowing that my thoughts to turn to dream, cause I never knew I'd get my chance to link up. Oh, I tell you all of this unusual to me. Swear I came from the bottom, flappers living, walking dead on. But your favorite rapper's name up on the headstone. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down.
Throw it back, yeah, I'm born to it's talking, it's hot, so leave me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason to look out, it's clear to see. All eyes on me, 400 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy does it. In public, hated to love it. The underdogs, we lick the squad. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. This the glamour life, you still not a player, you ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice, I'm super duper fly. Used to keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Shoes, America's most. Ain't no half stepping, see you at the crossroads.
Money over on my headstone. Here lies them getting paid, but never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I became 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, you already lived. It was written in the children's story. Their life's a so what you want? Every day I struggle with it. Only God could jump me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the genesis. Dead presidents, drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money, quiet storm, have it thoughts. For the cream, renegade. For the money, only green is the green is the. I'm a player on the late night tier. So these see the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog to the skull. Ignorant. Can I live? Still film it, kiss to death, rep protect your neck. 3 boys in the Cadillac, grave digger.
nigga, kiss the death, friend, protect your neck. She ain't on the 3 boys in the Cadillac, grave digger.
Money over my hairstyle. Here lies young getting paid, but never take a loss on my hairstyle. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my hairstyle. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on a hairstyle. Too late, he already dead. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome since 96. You a shook one, breeze and know the ledge. I'm your. What's that? I smell. Let me count my. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a. Here I go to the next episode. Ain't no damn this explosive Beast Coast. Yeah. The mother ride or die for my. Strictly for my. Survival of the fittest. That's the sound of the police. I'm indeed cover earth, skirt, lean back. Give me one more chance. They say Jesus walks and the devil wear Prada, but I'm so deaf. God can't tell me nothing. Right this on my death certificate. I gave you power. 21 questions like who? They're warning. Watch them flashing like paparazzi. 2 words. Get money. Tonight's the night. Guess who's back on my block? Rather unique. Bucktown. This. On that quiet storm, T-O-N-Y, top of New York, with a pitchfork.
Honorable C notes.
Yeah.
Buddha blesses me.
Chill. Yeah. Superstars out. Brand new cars. We by the bar now. Swaying doors now. Smash. Shots and goals. Rock the shows. Big bang rolls. Cash. Now she go. For the team. Now she.